save money, basically what you're doing. Akin to back in the day, they used to have these Christmas clubs. So you have a credit union, you go in there, you give money every month or whatever it is in this particular account, and then at Christmas time, voila, this is your forced savings for Christmas. Then you have that money so you can go ahead and make those payments or buy whatever you needed for the holidays. So it's akin to like a Christmas club in my mind, if you think about it that way. So you take a loan out, you pay monthly, and at the end of the term is when you get your money back. So when you take off this loan for a credit builder loan at a credit union, you say, okay, cool, I want $600. Then okay, fine. They don't give you $600 in your hand. You go ahead and you get to pay monthly, $40 a month or whatever it is for however long your term is. Could be 6 months, could be 9 months, could be 12 months, whatever it is. You pay it on a monthly basis, and then at the end of that term, you get all of your money back that you paid, right? Every time that you paid. And here's why it's not debt. You even get some of the interest that you paid when it comes to these credit builder loans, right? So if you gave them $600 and it's the end of your 12-month term, right? The end of your 12-month term is what, $50 a month, and it's the end of your 12-month term, you're going to get all $600 back plus a little bit of interest. So that is not incurring debt, right? You got that money back, right? And it helped you with your credit score because you had a good, positive credit history. And one of the best ways, and I'm not always, I think it's a specific way and time you want to do it, always a proponent of, automatic removal or automatic payments. This is a great way to help make sure that you stay on track. You do automatic payments. You're part of this credit union now that you got this credit builder loan, and you've got an account there, and they can just take your little $50 a month out of your account every month. You don't have to worry about being late. You don't have to worry about going online and setting that payment or dropping by the credit union and giving them $50 or sending it in the mail, anything of that nature. If you let them do automatic payments, this is going to help you with your credit, right? And at the end of that, you're going to get all that money back plus a little bit of interest. So that's not incurring debt. It's not incurring debt, and you are going to help build your credit score when you do so. So that's a great place. Now listen, Self is a place that people are using when it comes to getting and putting accounts on your credit report that are good for you. So Self and Self Lender are not exactly like this. Not bad places to use, but they're not exactly like this. They are not like this at all. All right, so you guys make sure when I'm talking about this particular part, and I'm talking about not being able to incur some debt when it comes to this, then these are the better places where you can go at a credit union. And no, you don't have to be a part of the credit union already and beforehand. So you got that. Go ahead, get yourself a credit builder loan, pay it back over the year, 6 months, whatever it is, and at the end, get that money back plus a little bit of interest. It's basically, like I said, a forced savings plan. All right, let's take a pause for the calls right quick. We are going to get into the question of the day, since we got this great question of the day. Today came through on Facebook to me earlier today. So we're going to throw this question in here, and hopefully I answer this question for the young man that sent it to me. So again, you can always contact me any and everywhere. So Facebook, this came through Messenger, Facebook, 800 Credit Score Man. You can ask questions at Credit Score Comeback if you want to join that group. You can also hit me up on Instagram, 800 Credit Score Man on Instagram. You can send me questions on Twitter at Credit Score _ Man on Twitter. All of those things, you can catch me. You can ask questions and text me. Text me a question. Don't text me when I'm on the air, right? I'm on the air typically 1:30 Central. I'm on air, but 312-600-5855 as well. You can text me questions. You can call me there as well. All right, so we're going to get into this question of the day right quick. So The question of the day. Oh, before so, we got sponsored for the question of the day. Figures. Figures Wireless. 15% off of their earbuds right now. So go to figures.com. You can get 15% off of their earbuds. I'm telling you, I got the earbuds. I got two pair actually. And I originally found this particular company. I got the earbuds, and then later on it became, a sponsor here, and I got the phone, which came with a free set of earbuds as well. So I got a couple sets of earbuds. I also got a TV from them as well. So they have a lot of things that you can get. Figures.com, Figgers. The earbuds, they are great. They last a long time as far as charge is concerned. The case, you can charge your earbuds in there without the case being hooked up. Once you charge your case up, of course with USB, they're waterproof, they're comfortable, they're loud. You can talk using them. People don't even know that you're using earbuds and whatnot. So go to figures.com. If you're doing anything else, even if you're getting the earbuds, you can put in my code credit score. That's credit score as one word. You can put in my code for additional discount when it comes to figures.com. So that's Figgers, figures.com. So question of the day. Question of the day came from Danny, and I believe Danny is from Illinois. I don't know why. I think he's from Illinois, but for whatever reason, that's where I think he's from. So here's my question from Danny. And basically, I'm going to paraphrase this question because he has several questions, right? So basically, he wanted to know if your credit utilization should be lower than 30% across all your cards, or should it be overall or less if is good enough? Or should if overall 30% or less be good enough? So, again, I think I probably screwed that up. So, what he wanted to know is basically your credit utilization. Do you need to have each and every card under 30%? That's what we talk about, right? We talk about this 30%. To each and every one of them be under 30%, or is your overall utilization under 30% the best way to do it? And that's perfectly fine. So, that's his question. So, here's my answer to you, Danny. Overall is what we always talk about, right? So, but in my experience, having each and every card under 30% might give you a few more points. Now, however, it's hard to calculate how many points you're being penalized for an overall 30%, but not having all of those cards under 30%. I will tell you this, though. Maxed out cards, or cards that are close to maxed out, and how did he put it? Danny put it like close to the limit. So cards that are close to the limit or maxed out cards do negatively impact your credit score, but it's very, very difficult, at least for me, to determine how many points you're being penalized because you have a maxed out card. Yep, your overall credit utilization might be at 28%, but let's say you got two cards and they have $900 limits on them, and you owe $800 on both of them. Both of those cards have higher credit utilization, but you've got 4 or 5 other cards with little to no a balance on them. If you have little to no balance on them, so it's making your credit utilization overall less than 30%, right? And it's being helpful for you. So it's best to have them all under 30%. All right? If you can't get them all under 30%, but your overall is under 30%, you're actually in a pretty good category. But it's absolutely best because I believe you get a few more points if they're all under 30%. Now, I do want to speak to this. Those maxed out cards, they are a little bit negative for you, no doubt. But with all that being said, financially speaking, it makes money sense. And I don't want, this is why I want to caution about trying to get them all under 30%. I'm going to pay some extra here. I'm going to pay some extra there to get them all under 30%. It makes money sense, if you will, to take one card and take the extra money that you're going to put on it, and put it on that one card until it's gone. Not necessarily till it's under 30% and then move on to the next one, but put money on that particular card until you get to pay the whole thing off, than to drop a little money here, drop a little money there, drop a little money on this particular card to get them all under 30%. It just makes more money sense, financially speaking, to go ahead and target the one. So just like a snowball or an avalanche kind of situation where you're trying to get rid of that credit card debt, it makes more sense to do it that way than to say, okay, I'm going to target 30% for all of these cards. Now, as a caveat, I do want to say I've done that myself when I had credit cards that were, like 4 credit cards, I believe, maybe 5 credit cards, and 2 of them were over 30%. The other credit cards were all at 0 or close to 0, but 2 of them were at 30%. And I did do that. I did actually pay one down to get under 30% and pay the other one down to get under 30%. And I did see an increase in my credit score. Now, was that because both of those now became under 30%? Or was it because overall, now my credit utilization is even lower than it was before? I can't say specifically why, but I have done that. But I was also, we were talking about, debt today and incurring debt. It wasn't a lot of money. I'm talking about credit cards that had limits of $700, $1,000 limits, and I didn't have a whole bunch of money on them to get them down under 30%. It's a whole different story if you're talking about a card that has a $10,000 limit on it and you're over 30% as far as the balance, or a $15,000 card or a $20,000 card that has a lot of limit on it, and that means you got a big balance on there. So I have done that. I wouldn't necessarily suggest it because it doesn't make money sense. If you got extra money, throw that extra money at one card, get that bad boy paid off, take that same extra money and start it on the next card, and you'll absolutely see increase when it comes to your credit score. So I hope that was clear for you, Danny. Thank you for sending me the question. Everybody, you can contact me as well. So I want to say to Danny, you are officially a part of the 800 Credit Score Man Show family. Thank you. You can be a part of the 800 Credit Score Show, Credit Score Man Show family as well. And all you got to do is contact me. Maybe your question will be used on the air. So contact me, 800 at creditscoreman.com. 800 at creditscoreman.com. Send me your questions there, and I'll answer them personally, and then you may be a part of the show. So again, thank you, Danny from Illinois. All right, so let's go. Let's get to these last things. So we covered 4 things. Get your credit card, become an authorized user. What else? Credit builder loan. We covered that as well. No, we covered 3 things. So here's another thing that you can do, and we'll end this show out for these next 3 or 4 things. Add your rent to your credit report. Doesn't cost you a dime. Well, it might cost you a couple pennies, but that's not incurring debt. All right, it's a fee. You probably pay more or just as much for Netflix as you would do to get this added to your credit report. But if you're paying your rent on time and you're doing it every month, then you can add that to your credit report with your landlord's permission. You add that to your credit report, and it's going to help you with your credit score. It's absolutely going to go up, and you're definitely not incurring any debt to do so. So you can do that. Add your rent to your credit report. Some places will even go back. They'll go back 2 years for you. Add that to your credit report instead of starting from today. They'll do that as well. So go and do that. Number 5, Experian Boost. I've mentioned it before. You can add your utilities, your phone, your cable. Those things you can add to Experian. If you sign up for Experian Boost is free. You can cancel anytime you want to, and it will increase your Experian credit score. So you can go ahead and do that. And now, Experian now is allowing you, speaking of Netflix, to add your streaming services. So if you've got the Netflix, the HBO Maxes, the Disney Pluses, and Hulu, and everybody and their mom's streaming service, and you're paying those on a monthly basis, you can sign up with Experian Boost, www.experian.com/boost. You can sign up with them, and they will look at that for you, and it'll help increase your credit score as well. So go do that. Another way that you can go ahead and increase your credit score without incurring any debt. Now, taking advantage of these same as cash offers, right? So you can take advantage of these same as cash offers, and technically it's not incurring any additional debt. you're not going to pay any interest on these if you're going to take advantage of these same as cash offers, and only if it's something that you absolutely need. I don't know who it is that says this, but